What's up, good peeps? Hope y'all having an awesome day. Welcome to a Sunday edition of Morning Scone. Lot to talk about this morning, as a matter of fact. So, hopefully you will all jump aboard, tell a friend, hit the share button for those of you who are watching us live on Facebook. By the way, something else real quick. I'm hitting the share right now before I forget. Was digging into the possibility of doing like a simulcast of Morning Scone. So I've got obviously my phone on Facebook Live, but thinking about also bringing in like YouTube Live and Instagram Live and Periscope for the Twitter people and kind of having like a mega feed. Let me know what y'all think about that. Just an idea. Might start doing that for the show. I think we can grow the audience and pull in all the different social platforms. So, hi. You have snot on your face. Can you say hi to Dad's show? Hey, wait, use your words. Hey, wait, use your words. What? Hey, Dad has to sneeze. Like, really, though. Oh, man, I hate when that happens. Oh, man, I hate when that happens. Like, when you gotta sneeze and you don't. Hey, listen, guess what? So this little kid woke up in his bed last night. Woke up in his bed saying, "Go to Fresh Market." Woke up in his bed saying, "Go to Fresh Market." Hey, so listen, after Dad's show, we are going to... Coffee. Well, Daddy has his coffee. Very good. He's watching, again, food's done. Professor Buck's School of Clucks. Hang on, I'll do some hellos in a second, y'all. Stop food. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, let's see. Brandon Browning, good morning. Mike Dickinson, good morning. Dustin Balello, good morning. James Tyrone, Kirk Taylor, Rusty Settle, Trampus Butler, Craig Schilling, Brian Ashcraft, Mike Moscona, what's up, y'all? Matthew Plavidal, good morning. Janet Anderson, good morning. Corey Messina, Joseph Roy. There was something else I had to tell. Oh yeah. Okay, so I think I told you this yesterday, but going like full bore now, because we are set and ready to roll. National Championship Game companion show tomorrow. Me, Jacob Hester, Matt Flynn. You're going to be watching the championship game tomorrow, unless you just can't stomach to watch Alabama win another title, which is cool. I totally respect that. Anyway, so we'll have tomorrow during the game, obviously, pull up your second screen. So you'll have the game on your TV, pull up your phone, your laptop, your iPad, tablet, whatever, and have us on your second screen. We'll be talking about the game as it happens. Now, obviously, there's a delay because of the internet latency. So what we'll do, and we did this last year, it worked really well, like when the game was kicking off, we'd say like, okay, here's the kickoff play, right? So like you'll hit a pause on your DVR as the game's starting, and then as you hear us say kickoff, hit it, and so that way we're all together at the same time. Anyway, it worked well last year. We had something like 18,000 viewers last year. The reach on Facebook alone was almost 70,000, so it was a lot of fun. And you can come in and out during the broadcast. So anyway, just keep that in mind and help us spread the word, please. That'd be awesome. Ryan Amos, good morning. Trivia Carter, Bruce Parker, good morning. Oh, there was one up here I wanted to read. It was from Dustin, who said the Colts are a sneaky team in the AFC, Scone. They are, man, and I'll give Mike D a ton of credit, y'all. Mike D said on Thursday, he said the easiest pick of the week was the Colts. And I was like, really? To tell you how little I had seen the Colts this year, and I'm being just completely honest with you, because I normally am not going to make a point to watch the Colts, and so unless if they're on prime time, I'm not going to see them play. I'm watching that game yesterday, and they're doing the starting lineups, and Al-Qadim Muhammad is starting for the Colts at end, and I'm going, really? Remember the end for Miami that the Saints drafted and cut? Starting for the Colts. Who did? Anyway. But yeah, they were good yesterday, man. They got 21-0, but they didn't score in the second half, which was interesting. And so you kind of wonder, what if O'Brien had kicked the field goal just to get points before the end of the half instead of going for it on. By the way, he went for it on a 4th and 1 from like the 11 and threw it into the end zone. Bro, get a yard. And then, anyway, I understand Texans fans that would be really upset after yesterday, but congrats to the Colts. They look pretty good. So, Craig Schilling says, groomed Scone. Yeah, so we took some family pictures yesterday. Not just like us, me and Eric and Drew, but like her whole extended family. So we took family pictures, and so I shaved for that. But I'll grow it back. Let's see. Matthew Plavidal. So if the Eagles win, Saints play the Eagles. If Bear wins, the Saints play the Cowgirls. Yes, correct. The Saints will play the lowest remaining seed. So if Philly wins, they're the 6. That's the lowest seed. So if Philly beats Chicago today, Philly comes to them. If Chicago wins, then Chicago goes to L.A. and Dallas comes to New Orleans. And I said it yesterday, all this week, I think the Saints will play Dallas. So Dallas won, and I think Chicago is going to win today. So I think the Saints are going to play Dallas, which I think is a tasty matchup because I do not think Dallas is going to be able to score on the Saints. In their own building, they only scored 13. If the Saints had any... You know what that game when Saints played in Dallas? It was like in Varsity Blues when they go out the night before, like to the gentleman's club, and then they're all like hungover and they get their butt kicked by a bad team. That's what it felt like when the Saints lost to Dallas. It's like, what are y'all doing today, man? Like, what is going on here? Anyway. Craig Pullman, good morning. Let's see. Hey, Uncle Mike, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Charlie Gale, good morning. Michael Browning, good morning, Matt. Hope you drove a good Sunday. Same to you, Michael. Thanks. Kevin Harrell, good morning. Josh Long. Oh, Josh. So I wrote down the date that you gave me, May 27th, 2016, for the jean jacket comment with Kim Mulkey and Terrio in Kick Rocks. So I'm going to go look into our archives and see. I did not have time yesterday to look into it, but anyway, well. Oh, by the way, I should remind y'all, we so our simulcast tomorrow, our companion show for the championship game is sponsored by 19 Crimes. If you remember, when Jordy and I did Whiskey and Wine a few weeks back, it was actually during the Rice game. The one of the heads of that company was a Rice grad, so they asked us, but they listened to the show and all that stuff, fans. And anyway, so they asked if they could give us some wine and all that stuff for the show, and so they did. Anyway, so they're sponsoring the companion show tomorrow as well. So I'm excited about that. Tell you more about Treasury Wine Estates and all of their assortment of products. But we'll focus on 19 Crimes tomorrow. So if y'all are around the grocery store and you're looking for a bottle of wine, check out 19 Crimes. That'd be really cool. And you take a picture, tag him in a post, tag me in a post. All that stuff's cool. Jared Lanoux, good morning. Lanoux or Lanoux? Lanous. Eric Sonier, good morning. Jeffrey Bone, what's up? Hey, Kenneth McAllister Sr., good morning, Coach Ken. Let's see. Matthew Plavidal, no T-Bob. So last year, it was me, Hester, T-Bob, and Gordy. And Gordy's sitting it out this year, and I haven't talked to T-Bob. Like, this kind of came together late on Friday. And I guess I'm really trying to be respectful of the fact that T-Bob and Jordy both have to be on air at 7 a.m., and so they're probably up at 5 or earlier. So, anyway. Trevi said, I want to watch the show because of Matt Flynn. You should. So, here's the thing about Flynn. When Flynn starts, if y'all have heard him at all, when Flynn starts talking football, it's super impressive. Like, as you would expect from a guy who played almost a decade in the NFL, played quarterback for almost a decade in the NFL. It's super impressive. But when Flynn's not talking about football, you're like... And so he's got a really good blend of great football knowledge and just everyday, guy humor. Not guy humor, but you know what I mean. Just everyday human people humor. Great sense of humor. Mark Lacey, Tommy Aver, good morning. Mike Cotton, Jason McKenzie, what's up? Tom Guidros. Let's see. Kirk Taylor, would it be so weird if the Colts and Saints met again? I guess it would be, Kirk. And you know what? I think... So y'all know how I feel about this. Like, the Saints are going to the Super Bowl. I said this after they beat Carolina on Monday Night Football, because when they won that game, they had 2 more home games. They had to split them just to get the 1 seed. If they get the 1 seed, nobody's coming into the Dome and beat New Orleans, and they'll go to Atlanta to play in another Dome stadium that they're familiar with. And I don't think any team from the AFC has been consistent enough this year to beat whoever comes out of the NFC, which is going to be New Orleans. So I don't fear the Colts' defense, number one. I'm not certain that the Colts are dynamic enough offensively to beat New Orleans. I don't know that the Colts are dynamic offensively enough to win next weekend in Kansas City. I will be very curious to see how Pat Mahomes does in his first playoff start. Just like today, I am fascinated to see what happens with Lamar Jackson, because there is something to be said for a rookie quarterback making his first playoff start. It just, and for Lamar Jackson, he's 21 years old. He's the youngest quarterback ever to start a playoff game, which is stunning. But every guy that I've ever spoken to that's played professional football will all tell you, like, everybody says this, it's like 3 different speeds of the season. Like, there's preseason, and then it gets ratcheted up for regular season, and then for the playoffs, it's just a different speed. So, like, if you're a rookie, and even if you've played at regular season speed and done well, you've never tasted what that next gear is. And so how to pace yourself through it, I think, is really interesting, man. And I don't trust rookie quarterbacks in the playoffs. Lullaby show? Lullaby show? Lullaby show, okay. Thanks for letting me know, Drew. I'll come put on the lullaby show for you. He got it. Oh, he is fired up, y'all. You don't even know. Check out this dude. He's watching some Elmo right now. But he wants the lullaby show. Okay, here we go, lullaby show. Here it is. You ready? Classical baby. Lullaby show. There you go, dude. My guy in his jammies. Standing right in front of the TV. Right in front. Let's see. All right. So, Kirk, to answer your question, yes, would be weird if Saints Colts met again. I just don't think it's going to happen. I really like KC, and I like San Diego. Yes, Miss Casey. Now, I said KC, which is Kansas City, but Drew thought I said Miss Casey, who is the photographer that took our pictures yesterday. Miss Casey did a very good job, didn't she? Okay. He's going to go watch Lullaby Show. Wabash Show. Let's see. Daniel Duvick, good morning. Dustin says, I think we get Ishmael now. Scone, I believe Bama signed over 25 in this class. So, if y'all missed it, Speedy Banks, cornerback Marcus Banks, who had been committed to LSU and decommitted, he committed to Bama yesterday. Interesting, man, because his dad played at Florida State. His dad passed last year, but his dad played at Florida State, and it kind of felt like he was leaning that way. So a little surprised to see him go to Bama, but then again, I'm really never surprised when anybody goes to Bama. But remember, you can sign. I don't know, Dustin. I don't know Bama's numbers exactly. But if you undersign in 1 year, you can backfill the next year. And I think that's the situation with Bama, where they can sign like 27 maybe this year. I'll check the numbers exactly, because quite honestly, I just don't know. Like, I do not follow Alabama's recruiting classes and numbers closely. But you better believe they've left a spot for soft shoe. What? What do you want? Use your words. What? Well, listen. Okay, we are. After Dad's show, we will get dressed, and then we will go to Fresh Market. He's going to the door. Okay, he's going to his bedroom. Okay. He's going to play. Let's see. So anyway, Dustin, the point is, I don't know Alabama's numbers, but I guarantee you Alabama has a spot for Sofsher. Like, they're not going to fill their class without leaving a spot for him. I think the more interesting thing is, would they take his brother, Rodney? Because Ish, for those who don't know, Ish Sofsher is the 5-star from a defensive lineman from AME to LSU and Alabama, both trying to sign. And Ish has said that he and his brother are a package deal. Like, you got to take his brother to get him too. So, and Nick Saban may say, bleep you. I don't know. But anyway. Bubba Abear, Val Browning, what's up? Thomas Chapman, what's up? And to answer your question, I still think that, everyone you talk to who follows recruiting seems to believe that he's an Alabama lean. So, until proven otherwise, I'd stick with that. But you still got till February 6th. So, you still got three weeks-ish? 4 weeks. A month from today. What? Tiku Wish? What? I'm proud of you. No eye boogers today.
Dad's show.
This is Dad's show. Very good, Drew. A what? And yes, and then go to Fresh Market. Very good. He said Dad's show, and then go to Fresh Market. Very good. He's just making sure I didn't forget. Jesse McGraw says, Matt, who do you want the Saints to play, Cowboys or Eagles? It feels silly not to say the Eagles because Dallas already beat New Orleans and that defense is really good. But doesn't it make sense just to say, I don't know, man, Philly at that little mojo with Nick Foles, they're just kind of playing different. And you already beat Philly once. You beat them 48-7. Beat the shit out of them. Excuse me. But that was with Wentz. This is with Foles. Do they maybe want? Nah, I could Philly. Philly ain't coming. Come on, Philly ain't coming into here winning. At least Dallas has a competent defense and a good offensive line. And not Philly. Yeah, Philly. I'd rather play Philly, but I think they're gonna play Dallas. Charles Ducote, good morning. Kirk Taylor. I fell asleep watching the AFC wildcard. It was sad. Scott Borch, Paul Beckman, good morning. Mickey Trish, good morning. Marcus Landry, Mark Wayne Demelin, good morning. Steve Lee, good morning. Let's see. Scott Lumine. What was the wine you talked about yesterday with the prisoners on the bottle? I was telling my wife about it last night. That's 19 Crimes. So, and they're sponsoring our companion show. You got to go check it out. Check out the Facebook page. Check out 19 Crimes, like the numeral 1919 crimes. And what he's talking about, what Scott's talking about that I explained yesterday, is as a brand, they started playing around with AR, which is augmented reality. So if you download an app called Living Wine Labels, you select 19 Crimes. When you hold it up, hold the app, you'll see it's like a viewfinder, like you're taking a picture. You hold it up, just hold it up to the bottle, and the label comes to life. Like the prisoner on the bottle comes to life and tells you a story. It's wild. Do it in the store. Like you will trip people out. Like get the app, go wherever you get wine, you'll find it, and hold it up to the bottle. And if someone's walking by you, they're gonna be like, "Oh my god, what is it?" Yeah, it's really, really cool. Really good conversation piece. Kirk says it's the start of carnival season today. Favorite king cake scone. Randazzo's, tried and true. Happy Carnival. Ben Clark, Sean Kelly, what's up? Bubba A. Bear, looking forward to seeing Teen Wolf Neck Beard and KC next week. Intriguing. Teen Wolf Neck Beard. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's my concern with... Excuse me, all day. My concern with Lamar Jackson, same thing with Pat Mahomes, man. Just last year it was Jared Goff. I mean, last year it was Jared Goff. The Rams had this high-powered offense. They had a bye. They had a home game. Atlanta, wasn't great last year, but they had their playoff experience quarterback, playoff experience team. They went across the country. They whipped LA in the playoffs. And I'm curious to see if the Colts could do that to KC next week. You want to hug your daddy? Gonna get my mitts on you. Let me get my mitts on you. Oh, my little boy.
Daddy.
My little boy.
Daddy.
I am your daddy, yes.
I'm okay.
We will go to Fresh Market after Dad show. And after you cough right in my personal space. But I don't care. I still love you. You can give me your germs. I'll take all those germs from you. I'll take them all from you.
Elevator.
Elevator. Where do you ride an elevator? Huh? Where do you ride the elevator?
Mimi.
Where? Who has an elevator?
Mimi.
Mimi? Mimi doesn't have an elevator. Mimi takes you to the mall and you ride the elevator at the mall. That's true. Mimi does take you to the mall to ride the elevator. Let's see. Bubba A. Bear says Flynn is Terrio on the radio. They're close. Yep, they're close. Michael McNett, good morning. Brady Smith purchased a few bottles of 19 Crimes at Trader Joe's. Very cool, Brady. Thank you, man. And the thing about it too, it really is a good wine. It's like in the $9 to $12 range. So it's in their, it's like in their super affordable price point. They have Treasury Wine Estates has premium wine brands. The $50 bottle of wines. Really? But 19 Crimes is a super affordable offering. It's good, man. I love you. Hey, I love you. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? Oh, you want me to sneeze? Huh? Achoo! Why does that make you laugh so much? After Dad show, we will go to Fresh Market. But as long as these people keep asking Dad questions, he's going to answer them.
Football.
Football? Do you love football? He's starting to recognize football. Like he'll see a game on TV and he'll say, football. Yeah, that is football. Very good, Drew. Very good. Let's see. Trivia says you need to have Matt Flynn on your show for at least an hour. You know what? I would, Trivia. The thing is, I do my best not to do the guest poaching thing. And since Flynn does so much on Hester's show, it's kind of like he's just, he's Hester's. Like Jordy and T-Bob have Booger every Wednesday. So, like, I've never reached out to, ever since he started doing that, I haven't reached out to Booger to get him on my show. Like, Mike D comes on my show every week. None of those guys call Mike D to get him on the air. There might be like a rare exception, but clap hands for Mommy comes home. Clap hands for Papa's truck.
Daddy.
Clap hands for Daddy comes home. Clap hands for Papa's truck. Papa's truck brings lots of luck. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Robert.
You want Rob? Did you say Robert?
No.
Oh no.
Robert.
Do you want Robert?
Robert.
You want Robert? Is this 2 days in a... This is 2 days in a row he wants Robert. Can't believe it. We'll see Robert. I can't believe he wants Robert. He hadn't wanted Robert in weeks. Are you sure you want Robert, little boy?
Baby.
Hey, Drew, you want to see Robert, that big nerd? Win $76,000? There he is. No, that's an ad first.
Bye.
You want Robert? Drew, who's on TV? Is it Robert? Okay, it's Robert. You said you wanted Robert, dude. Wow. Can't believe you wanted Robert. Anyway. If you've not done so yet, please hit the share button for this video. Big, super, gigantic help. Shares help so much, man. It used to be that Facebook would its algorithm would just populate things into people's feed if they thought it's something you'd find interesting, and now they don't do that anymore. Like, they want you to buy ads and all that sort of stuff, which is cool. I respect it, but so the only way to organically grow a show is by shares. So if you could hit the share button, that would be massively, massively helpful. Thank you. Let's see, Ross Hambone, Jambon or Hambone, or Hambon, Jambon, Hambone. If T-Bob can't make it, Dwayne from Thibodeau may be available. Dwayne's not coming back on my show, dude. Until Dwayne pays me, he's not coming back on my show. Ben Giat, good morning. I turn it when that dude gets on the phone. Oh, I guess he's talking about Dwayne. Funniest thing about Dwayne, man, it's like, it's one reaction to the other. So last night I emceed the Grizzly Greats induction, which is the Catholic High Athletic Hall of Fame, and they've been kind enough to ask me to come back and MC that induction for a lot of years now. But afterwards, like half dozen people, hey man, listen to you every day. What's up with Dwayne from Thibodeau? Like, everybody, it's just, he's become a character on the show, man. People know who he is, and they'll have a little crooked camera's a little crooked. What? Use your words. Use your words. I don't like that camera being crooked. Sorry. We'll frame that shot up a little better. What? Use your words. That's not a word. That's a fussy face. Hey, use your words. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Elmo. You want Elmo? Which Elmo do you want? Do you want chickens? Or do you want Rocco's boat? You gonna make me guess? What do you want? Anyway, Robert's about to win $76,000. Marcus Landry, good morning. Trivia Carter, what aspect of the Saints will show up in the playoffs? What aspect will show up? All of it? I mean, trivia, they're going to win a Super Bowl, man. I think offense will be great, defense will be great, and special teams will be great. I think they're going to pound Dallas, and then I think the Rams will come to the Dome again, and Saints will beat the Rams, and then they'll go to Atlanta for the Super Bowl, and they'll probably play the Chargers, and I think they'll split Phillip Rivers in half. Cool. Let's see. Steve Lee, the generic Corona is good too. Michael Browning, man, how awesome was Steve Gleason received the Congressional Gold Medal? He's top 3. He is top 3 of my favorites. What? Hey, you need to use your words. You can't just come up to me and do this. You have to tell me what you want. What do you want? Tell me what you want. Hey, listen, come here. Use your words. Nope, use your words, baby. Listen. Talk to Daddy. Just tell me. Say, Daddy. Say, I want more. Want more what? What do you want? Use your words. Okay, listen. We are going to go to Fresh Market after Dad's show, okay? So we'll do Dad's show and then go to Fresh Market, okay? We'll get dressed and go to Fresh Market after Dad's show. So go watch Robert. Go watch Robert. And then after Dad's show, we'll go to Fresh Market. Okay, thank you. Michael, yeah, very cool about Steve Gleason. I know we talked about it a bunch on AFR, but for sure, awesome honor for Steve Gleason and all the work he's done. Can you imagine, like physically having yourself be whittled to nothing, to having been an NFL athlete, and physically your body deteriorates where you cannot move. You cannot care for yourself at all, as humbling as that is. And he's used all of that in the face of that to continue to push forward for a better life, man, for people with ALS. Just so admirable, man, what that guy's done. He's certainly deserving. Ben Gia, morning, Matt. Me and my 4-year-old Owen are watching. What's up, Owen? Good morning. Do really good in school, Owen. Make sure you pay attention to your teachers. You know, listen to your mom and dad when they talk to you, for sure. You know, try really hard in baseball and football and all the sports. Make sure you ask out all the pretty girls. And if they say no, just, you know, brush them off. And don't take no for an answer. All right, Owen? Go get it, man. Proud of you. Let's see, Cody Butler. Man, I'm still thinking O needs to go after Tate Martell. I'm with you, Cody. Look, Cody, I would say this. LSU, over the past decade, needs... For what the... Robert. Nemo? LSU has been so bad at quarterback for a decade that anybody that might be competent, absolutely you go after him. Now, if I'm Tate Martell, I don't know if he stays at Ohio State or leaves, you know. But anybody that you have an opportunity to add that could bring a competent presence to your quarterback room, you bring him in. Absolutely. I mean, I remember having this conversation when Everett Golson was transferring from Notre Dame. He ended up going to Florida State. People were like, oh, why would we want Everett Golson? I'm like, he did lead a team to an undefeated season in a national championship game. Like, you've got Anthony Jennings. Okay? I mean, the fact that any LSU fan is selective about what quarterback they might want to bring in, come on. You do not have the right to be. I've watched this team for the last decade. Quarterback play? Come on. Anyway. Craig Savoy, Frank Perniciaro. Good morning, Frank. Dan Ducote, good morning. Let's see. Trivia. Hey, this is a family morning show. Keep it PG. Scott Belgard, good morning. Dustin Balello. Big game Tuesday night for Will Wade and the boys. Hope they get off to a good start in conference play. Pretty tough schedule going forward. I think if you look at the schedule, first 8 games, I think LSU's favored in 7 of the 8. There'll be a dog at Arkansas, I believe. And then it gets tough for sure. They have a 3-game stretch where they're at Mississippi State, they play Kentucky, and then they're in Auburn. So I think it's at Mississippi State, Auburn, and Kentucky. And I think they're probably an underdog in all 3 of those. So got to get off to a good start, for sure. Surprised Alabama beat Kentucky yesterday, because Alabama's not very good. But then again, I don't think Kentucky's very good either. Kentucky had a great win over North Carolina, but I still don't think Kentucky's great. Trey Dykes, Chris Roy, good morning. Kenneth Castle, where's Boudreaux? Boudreaux, excuse me, for those that maybe are watching for the first time, Boudreaux's sponsorship ended January 1. So great people, great product, love them to death. And may come back. We'll see. We'll do some stuff with Boudreaux too. But got something else in the works that we're excited about too. So hopefully we announce that real soon. If not this month, then maybe February 1st. All right, let's see. Joel Cunningham, heard anything about Ohio State poaching Raymond or Bush? They appear to be coming hard for one. So, for those that missed it, we talked a little bit yesterday on the show. The Ohio State plane came to Baton Rouge on Friday, and a lot of people were like, what's that all about? Well, their co-defensive coordinator, Alex Grinch, took the defensive coordinator job at Oklahoma. He also coached safeties. So you kind of connect the dots. I'm like, well, it makes sense that they need a safeties coach. Well, Bill Bush coached the safeties at LSU, and he spent 2015 at Ohio State. So it kind of makes sense. He's got a tie there. They just lost their co-DC and safeties coach. And anyway, but I had some people tell me yesterday they think that it's Corey Raymond that they're coming after, or maybe both. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But my point yesterday is, and will continue to be for every LSU fan who's like, Corey's an LSU guy, he's not going anywhere. Loyalty is a fickle thing, man. People want to feel appreciated. And I don't think Corey, this isn't a personal thing with Corey and Bill Bush. I don't think Corey was super psyched about them bringing in a safeties coach last year. I think Corey liked coaching all the DBs. And he took that as, oh, you think I'm not doing a good job? So I wouldn't be surprised, man. I would not be stunned at all if, and look, Corey interviewed for NFL jobs last year. I would not be surprised at all if he, if someone made him a huge offer and he said, all right, it's time. You know, I would not be stunned. Remember, Corey was at Nebraska before LSU brought him here. I think he was at Nebraska under Pelini before Les brought him back. Anyway. Mickey Trish get Feinswalk for that spot tomorrow. Doubtful. I love Lee, but I don't think Lee's going to add too much to the conversation in the way of talking Bama Clemson. Marcus Landry, could you imagine Flynn and Terry with their own show? Nope. Let's see. Trivia, I like Mike D, but Matt Flynn is a wild card. Just depends what your flavor is, man. Dan Ducote with Bama beating Kentucky yesterday. Does this week's game against Bama set the tone for the SEC schedule, or is it too early to judge if we win or lose the game? Well, I'll put it to you this way, Dan. Considering LSU has not won a true road game since last January against Arkansas, and they lost this year at Houston, and excuse me, you better win your home games, especially winnable home games, because they've not proven they can win on the road, even in neutral sites. Now, they did win in Vegas, but they didn't fare so well down in Orlando. So this team better take care of its home games. They better win Tuesday night against Alabama. Excuse me. Sid Durbin, Chris Porsche, good morning. Blaine Allen, good morning. Randy Picard. I'm Frank Ricard. Jason Meigs, good morning. Casey Landrum, Colts look pretty good. They did look good yesterday. Would love to acquire Ebron or Doyle next season. Saints need a tight end, man. Ebron would be interesting, man, because I remember when Ebron came out of North Carolina, he was a stud. He just didn't do much with the Lions. He's kind of reinvented himself this year. He's reemerged. I will be interested to see if the Saints are obviously going to address tight end this offseason. And they thought they had a couple of years ago with Fleener, and they just wasted a giant pile of money on Kobe Fleener. But especially with Ben Watson retiring, it's just, do they go free agency or do they go draft? And what's interesting is you've started to see some really, really good tight end prospects now declare for the draft that may be available in the Saints pick. Jay Sternberger from Texas A&M declared. Isaac Nauta from Georgia declared. Noah Fant is going to be a first-round draft pick. So he's out of Iowa, so I don't think Fant won't be on the board when the Saints pick. But they could get Sternberger or Nauta. Mike D mentioned Thursday, an interesting name. What if Irv Smith comes out early from Bama? When targeted, he's been really good. He could sort of develop into that guy as a middle-round pick. There's some options in the draft. I wouldn't be upset if they went draft. Save a little money too, man. Because if you're the Saints, you're going to have to pay. Like, just think about just think about the bills that are coming due in the next 2 years on guys that are still on their rookie contract. Mike Thomas, Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lattimore, Sheldon Rankins, Andrus Peat, Ryan Ramczyk. Although as a first-round pick, you're going to have 5 years. You're going to pick up his fifth-year option, so you got some time on Ramczyk. But Marcus Williams, my point is, like, you can't pay all of those guys, and you're going to have to pick and choose which ones you pay. And that means your coffers are going to be very limited in free agency, which means you've got to keep hitting in the draft, which you can say, okay, well then why did they trade an extra pick to get Davenport? Why did they trade a pick for Bridgewater? Why did they trade a pick for Eli Apple? Because they're trying to win a Super Bowl. I mean, to a degree, they're mortgaging, some of the future to win now. But it's like, I respect it, because if that window's open and you see your opportunity, man, go get it. Like, be super aggressive and just do it. Like shoot your shot, man. And if it goes in, celebrate. And if you miss, you shot your shot, no regrets, Let's see. Hey, Aunt Mary, good morning. Cody Butler, spot on. Thanks, Matt. Y'all have a good day. Not sure what that was spot on about, Cody, but thank you very much. I appreciate you for watching for show. Russell William Appold, good morning. Wanda Zachary, Robert Barlow, good morning. Danny Braywick, Dallas reminds me of LSU, just enough offense, but win with defense. Got a good quarterback, though. Craig Savoy, useless tidbit of the day, if it all works out. When we beat the Cowgirls here, we would beat every squad faced to date this season. True. Yeah. Lowell Cormier, good morning, sir, Drew, and the rest of you great Americans. I love the Dallas Cowboys in Alabama. Thanks. Amen, Lowell. Kip Kippers, good morning. Brandon Lejeune, good morning. Chuck Sanchez, good morning. Michael Cooper, which matchup would be tougher for the Saints, Cowboys or Eagles? Talked about that a little bit earlier, man. I mean, we could talk about the Eagles being defending champs and their mojo and all that stuff, and Nick Foles playing well, but realistically, it's Dallas. I mean, Dallas already beat you. They've got a really good offensive line. They've got a dynamic running back. They've got Amari Cooper now as well, which adds a different dimension to their offense. And defensively, they've got some studs, and they gave the same. They beat New Orleans already. I mean, the answer is Dallas. I don't think either of them is coming to the Dome and winning. If Philly comes, I don't think it's 48-7 again like it was earlier this year. But the Saints will win. And if it's Dallas, I certainly think the Saints will fare much better offensively. And the thing that was lost about the Dallas game the first time around is that the Saints held Dallas to 13 points in their own building. The Saints went to Dallas and held that Cowboys offense to 13 points. So it ain't like they were juggernauts. And do you think the Saints can score 14 in the Dome against Dallas? I do. Saints going to Super Bowl, yeah. Corey Gross, good morning, Matt. Enjoy your shows and podcasts. Thank you, Corey. Very kind of you, man. Thanks for listening and watching, all that good stuff. Tom Granning, good morning. Hey, Cheryl, good morning. Courtney Brown, good morning. Kerry Morvant, will the Saints' offensive line be able to hold up against the Cowboys' front seven? If Armstead's back, absolutely. It's a big part of the equation, man, that we just didn't talk about. Like, people just look at Drew Brees and just assume it's always going to be great and peaches, man. But it's like not having Teron Armstead, who's playing at an all-pro level at left tackle. I mean, it has a domino effect on the whole line. The Saints love to run to the left side. And whenever Armstead's out and it's Bushrod, you don't really run left side. You run right side. You can't protect Drew Brees' backside. He's got to rush throws. You can't allow downfield routes to develop if Brees is under pressure. He's stepping up and throwing underneath. They basically became an offense that only threw the ball within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. All that matters. So yeah, if Armstead's back, for show. Tom Granting, how tough is the West in basketball this year, especially after yesterday? So I just disagree. Like, I think we have a perception of Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky's great. I think Auburn is great. I think Mississippi State is really, really good too. I think those two teams are the class of the West. I think Tennessee is the best team in the league. Kentucky and Florida are lingering in the group in the next tier. But after that, you're like LSU is in that next tier. And you look around the West, like A&M's not good. Ole Miss is not good. I know Ole Miss has won some games, but they had a favorable schedule. They're not good. A&M's not good. Ole Miss is not good. Arkansas has, like, going to play at Bud Walton scares me. Arkansas has been kind of hot and cold this year. They've actually lost a couple of games at home, which is weird to see. They lost a game to Georgia Tech at home. Anyway, so playing in Bud Walton always makes me a little antsy. But LSU played their best game of the season, I'd argue, last year in Bud Walton. So we'll see, man. But I don't think the West is super tough. I think after Auburn and Mississippi State, LSU is the third best team in the West and could push State to be behind Auburn. But look, Tennessee, Auburn, the best teams in the league. Kentucky, Mississippi State, are next. LSU, Florida. I mean, there's unknowns. It's like, yeah, I could tell you based on talent what you've done so far. It's like, let me see how they do when they get into conference play. But I mean, that's kind of how the pecking order's going right now. But you've had, I mean, the SEC had a rough pre-conference, man. There's not a lot of skins on the wall for this league, and there's a lot of games to be had. And I think the schedule works out favorably for LSU. I mean, the two toughest teams in the SEC, Auburn and Tennessee, you play in both at home. You don't play either of them twice. You'd have to go 2 up. Mississippi State twice. I like this. I like their schedule, man. I think LSU, their basketball schedule worked out in their favor, man. The hardest games are at home, being Auburn and Tennessee, and you avoid playing them twice. It works. It's a light schedule to start, so you can get some confidence with a young team and get out to a really good start in conference play to figure out what you are until you get to that middle where you've got those back-to-back-to-back games against your at State, your home against Auburn, and you're at Kentucky. But if you go into that stretch 7-1 and you go 1-2 in that stretch and you come out 8-3 through 11 with 7 to play, you're looking at a spot where if you go 4-3 down the stretch, you're 12-6 in conference and you're in the tournament. So yeah, I like it, man. I think LSU's gonna be just fine. All right, let's get out of here. Appreciate everybody as always for the comments. Justin Beard, Ronnie Duga, good morning. Y'all have an awesome day. Again, remember, I'm going to start posting on social media about the companion show to let people know it's going to happen tomorrow. Me, Jacob Hester, Matt Flynn will be in our 104.5 ESPN studio watching the national championship game and commenting on it live. We're not going to broadcast the game, obviously, but you'll see us talking about the game as it's unfolding. So as you watch the game, have us up on your laptop, your phone, your tablet, whatever, and we'll talk with you about it. We'll have comments and like a live feed with comments, so we can all talk about it during the game as it's happening in real time. So, anyway, y'all have an awesome day as always. Appreciate everything. Appreciate everybody for watching, for sharing, all that stuff. Have an awesome Sunday, and we'll see y'all tomorrow for Morning Scone, AFR, Locked on LSU, Companion Show, all that good stuff. Later.